Good morning, everyone. Gosh, you are in for such a wonderful, beautiful, fantastic treat today. I can't even tell you. You just have to experience it, right? So it's about gratitude. It's the Sunday before Thanksgiving. It's about gratitude. How grateful we are. Yes? Yes. Yes. And what do you think about this day? Is this a beautiful morning or what? Oh, what a beautiful morning. So what do you suppose we're going to start out singing this morning? Any clue? All right, very good. So we're all going to sing, "Oh, What a Beautiful Morning" from Oklahoma. I know you know it. And I am having the song leader not be myself today, but our tenor section from the choir. And this is our tenor section. Would you give them a lovely hand, please? Show them a lot of love because they're going to be giving you a lot of love today, okay? All right, so sir, Doug, whenever you're ready, let's all sing together, "Oh, What a Beautiful Morning."
Welcome. There we go. There we go. What a beautiful day. And what a beautiful group of singers here. Let's give them another hand. This is Unity Spiritual Center Spokane, and a special good morning to all of you here in front of me in the sanctuary, as well as on the World Wide Web, watching us online. We are here, we are all about our mission, which is transforming lives and inspiring people to make a positive difference in our world. And what a wonderful mission. Just take that into your heart and feel that. My name is Sally Sludge, and I get to be your platform assistant today. And everybody has one. Please take a look at your phone now. It's that little button on the upper left side, and you push it back to turn your phone off for the service. We appreciate that. As always, we want to begin our service today, our time together, by sharing our opening affirmation. I will say it once, and then I'll ask you to repeat it. There is only one presence and one power active in my life and in the universe, God the Good. With me, please. There is only one presence and one power active in my life and in the universe, God the Good. This is Unity's foundational principle. And I know we have some new people here today, and that answers the question that we always get from new people. What is our foundational principle? And that is it: one presence, one power, one life, living through each and every one of us. This morning we have a very special service. It's a special healing and prayer service prior to Thanksgiving, led by our Unity USC spiritual leader, Reverend Bonnie. And we'll hear from our choir and friends in our Liturgy community today. We're also blessed on the piano by Greg Tenold, right here. Thank you so much, Greg. Now, please welcome our lead chaplain, Cheryl Miller-Arndt, who will be coming up to read our opening prayer.
Good morning. And to those of you online. Our reading this morning is from somebody called Penny Pierce. It's called Frequency, the Power of Personal Vibration. Listen to the world. Listen to the sounds that move from source to ears. Dogs turn heads toward intruders. Dolphins move to schools of fish. Music pours from instruments. Stories flow from the mouths of teachers. There are insect clickings, thunder booming, mother-child whispering, groaning from effort, screaming from loss, shouting for victory. Listen to the layers of vibration. Feel them as tangible. Feel them impressing you, making you resonate. You are the wind. Now breeze, now gust, now storm. You are the light. Now white, now rainbow, now black, now diamond and transparent. You are the wave of life, going out, the coming back, the ballooning to unknown fullnesses, the disappearing into unknown pinholes. You don't want to stop, and you do want to stop. You think the rocking is you. You know the rocking is not all of you. under the surface vibrations, there is something inviting, something renewing, something supremely effective, something frightening at first. Below the waves is the quiet where movement slows. No need to talk. Think a thought to someone, and they think it too. Imagine a gift appearing in a friend's hands, and it is there. No commotion of creation. Knowing and doing without so many waves. Can you feel how calm, how easy? The calmer you are, the faster and more accurately your intention translates. Below this place of calm translation, another place, no movement at all. Here is something pure. Awareness, silence, profound peace permeating. Freeing love, total understanding that surpasses and relieves the mind. No directionality, no force. Nothing is here, no need. All acts of creation begin here and end here. Here you learn by being universe. In any moment, you can descend through the frequencies into stillness. Your parts unify. Time stops, and you think, nothing is here. Then suddenly, a laugh explodes you into vibrating bits again, and everything is here. You rise from the purity to feel a new motive. You choose a new vibration, and you flow somewhere new. And know the joy of that until the stillness calls you back once more. The deepest state is the highest. The calmest is the most accelerated, most intimate, the most loving, connected, and close feelings are the most effective. Love is the motivating and creating frequency of all. It is the most. Truth is love moving through your mind. Harmony is love's resonance, coordinating and attuning all life vibrations. You, the mind, love vibrations because mind is made from vibrations. Yet you, the soul, love stillness because the soul is made of indivisible presence. It is made of unmovable love. Have a feast of frequencies. Digest thoughtfully. Use your presence to create frequencies. And appreciate quietly. I invite you now to enter a place inside you of silence, calm, and spaciousness as we pray. Loving source of all life and good, we know ourselves as one. At the same time, we refract Christ light through the individual prisms we each are. In those resulting color frequencies that we uniquely create, love experiences itself in ever-expanding degree. Through this process, we joyfully accept the resources to fill every need, bringing us into the awakening of harmony within and between all beings everywhere. Gratitude pulses through us for the activity of divine law that brings this forever fulfillment. We release our prayer into the hands of original tenderness now. And so it is. Amen.
When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. When I pray, I feel my soul go deeper, my soul go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my soul go deeper, my soul go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. When I pray, I feel my love go deeper, my love go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my love go deeper, my love go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God.
Good morning. Good morning. Happy Thanksgiving week. This is what I consider to be the first week of the holiday season. And we have this thing that goes on in our culture where we say that this is the time of the year that's stressful. And so I want to invite each one of us to change that narrative, that we can be that place where not only is this season not stressful, but it is full and ample and lovely and juicy and one of our most favorite times of the year. Are you in with me? Yes. Right on. Okay. One thing about people of Unity is that we've learned how to train our mind to think differently. So I invite you, if that thought comes up, if you see a commercial on TV that maybe wants you to think that way, that you can just stop for a moment and to remember that you are not at the effect of anything anyone else says or does, that you are a sovereign being of the Most High God, and that you are here in order to bring forth that divine presence onto this planet so that eventually there won't be commercials like that any longer because people won't buy it. All right? So today's a very, very special service, and I'm hoping that it becomes an annual service for us. We have two qualities of God that we're going to embrace today. One is grace, and the other is gratitude. And so I'm going to speak about grace, share with you my own experience when I knew grace was a real thing. And then afterward, we are going to have this incredible prayer bath experience that begins with the choir just dousing us with love out of their heart and just that beautiful sound out of their mouth, and then prayers and energy workers and sound bowls just filling up this room with that vibration of grace. And after that period, then I will talk a bit about gratitude and close. So we're doing this service a little bit different today. You get to go along for the ride. You don't even have to think about how it's going to unfold. But for big thinkers like me that want to know what's coming next, you have an overview on what we're doing today. So I'm going to share with you the story of where I knew that grace was a real thing. And we've heard many people, including Maya Angelou, whose video we got to see last week, say that thoughts are things. And so when we know that grace is a real thing in our lives, then we have an opportunity to live from a different space in consciousness and in a different way on our planet. And so I'm going to tell you this story. I first of all want to tell you there's a happy ending, because as a friend of mine said, no story is over until the ending is happy. And there's going to be two major characters in the story. One is my granddaughter Lily, who's now 10, but she's 3 in the story. So you know the ending is happy. And then the other character in the story, which is true, so I shouldn't call him a character, is this wonderful energy healer named Mark Ehrlichs. And he's a globally well-known healer. And I'm going to give you a little bit of background on him so when he comes up in the story, you have a feel for him. He's a very, very short man, very thin. He reminds me, looks kind of elfish. And he was in Vietnam War and came back with amazing PTSD and tried to kill himself numerous times. And when he was lost and didn't know what he was going to do, he hitchhiked somewhere, and some Gnostic Christians picked him up. And he gets in their car, and they just take him with them, and he goes on a retreat with them. And while on retreat, he starts falling in love with what he's learning about God and about Jesus. And in that learning, he starts to feel better. And so he stays with the Gnostic community for years. And one of the gifts that he's given is to heal through prayer. And he'll place his hands on a body. And I've watched this many, many times over and been the recipient of it. And headaches disappear and broken legs mend and all that really cool kind of stuff when someone is connected to Source and doesn't see a barrier to good. So he's a character in my story because I happened to study with him. I happened to get to know him. He was my energy healer when I was in Arizona, and he lived a half a mile away from me. So Lily, when she was born, changed my life, as many of you grandparents and parents know. I was in the room with her when she was born, and her parents were exhausted. It was their first baby, and they just, after we got home, they just handed her to me and said, "We're going to sleep." So Lily and I stayed up together every single night with her head laying on my heart, and the two of us meditating together. And so I bonded with her in a way that I hadn't bonded with anyone else before. And I would tell you at that time that she was one of my most favorite people in the world, bar none. So it was the holiday time like it is now, probably the first week of December or so, 7 years ago. And I lived in a condominium in Scottsdale, Arizona. And my unit was on the second floor. And my daughter and her husband and brand new baby James, who was maybe 8 months old then, came to visit me for the holidays. And as you know, or may not know, it's about 60 degrees right now down in Scottsdale. And so we went outside with James in a stroller and with Lily holding our hand, and we walked and we walked and we walked for hours, just wearing those kids out. And me too, by the way. And the end of our day was we took a carriage ride with this horse named Jerry and the driver in a Santa uniform. It was a Santa fill-in. And we went around Scottsdale in Old Town and got to see all the lights and all the fun stuff. And we got off the ride and walked back to my condo talking about what a great day it was. We walked up those 2 flights of stairs to get to my second floor condo, about 30 feet off the ground. And I have a balcony there. And immediately, Lily and I went out to the balcony. My daughter went to the bathroom. Her husband was taking care of James. And I had these big, oversized chairs on the balcony with a ottoman. And I went and sat on the chair, and Lily, sweet little 3-year-old Lily, immediately got up on the ottoman and went to reach for the Christmas lights and fell over the balcony 30 feet. And down below the balcony was a rock garden, a sharp rock garden. So I watched her fall, her dad watched her fall, immediately ran down the stairs, and there was a neighbor standing next to her as Lily was in shock standing up. And I had a few unkind words to the neighbor to say, "What were you doing picking a kid up? You should have left her in her position." I knew that much. And he said, "I found her standing here." And I went, "Oh." So by then, all of the neighbors are gathered around, and I say, "Somebody call 911. So the paramedics truck comes, and my daughter and her husband and Lily get in that truck, or the car, And I stay back with James in shock and call a neighbor to come sit with me. So according to my daughter and her husband, while they were in the paramedic mobile, the paramedics were checking out Lily, and they said, we don't see anything wrong with this child at all. Angels must have intervened somehow. And they go, we don't believe in that stuff, but she should not be in this state. And my daughter and her husband said, well, if there's angels, thank God for that, good thing. So they get to the hospital and they run MRIs and they run every kind of test you could imagine, assuming that when she fell over, she probably fell on her head. But there were no scratch marks on that child. There was no bleeding. There was no evidence of anything that had happened. And so the doctor said to my daughter and her husband, we just don't say this to anybody, but there must have been a divine intervention, maybe angels. Something happened there because she should not be well. Look at her, she's laughing, all is good. There's nothing wrong with this child. And they sent her home. Now, she came home and we did an evening vigil where we took turns staying up just to make sure, waking her up every couple hours. She was just fine. And the following morning, I called up Mark Ehrlichs and said, I'm having a trauma response. I need your assistance in helping to take that stuck energy out of my body and help it move again. So I went over to go see Mark, and as he's working on me, he says to me, do you want me to tell you what happened during that event? I'm like, yes, tell me. He says, when she started falling over, 3 different angels came and held her and brought her down to the ground and placed her there, which is why you found her standing up and why there's no marks on her. And he proceeded to tell me the names of the angels. He proceeded to tell me, how many had been incarnated before and how many never come to earth, this whole background. And I was in complete and total awe. And so when I came home and started praying and meditating, I was keenly aware that the grace of God was all over this. That grace means that we do nothing in and of ourselves, but we're gifted with good. We don't earn it. We don't pray for it. We don't give to receive it. It is literally just a divine gift. And as I sat there, I realized that there was absolutely nothing that any one of us did to intervene for this experience, that it was Lily's unique experience with her own soul, with God, and we got to witness it. And the other thing that I was aware of regarding grace was, what were the odds, really, of Mark Ehrlichs living a half a mile away from me? And him going to war, and him coming back and getting that ride from the Gnostics, and him saying yes to becoming the healer that he is, and our connection, so that after this experience, one phone call later, I'm tended to. And that's when I had that 1,000-yard view of what was going on down on planet Earth. And I said, oh my gosh, grace is everywhere. And I felt it that day in my body. So I wanted to share grace with you as we get ready to step into our own unique experience of grace. So what we're going to do today is the choir's going to stand up and they're going to circle us and sing to us. When they're done singing, they are going to be accompanied or replaced by people who will be praying and doing energy work for us, and Amy will be down here on the bowls. For those of you at home, Jeff and I will be speaking prayers out loud on mics so you can hear us. We ask, if you listen back to this, you don't do it in your car, but you do it when you are stable and receiving. What we know about energy is that it does not know time and space. So if 2 years from now, those of you here or those of you online decide you want to go back and meditate with this energy field again, just sit down, close your eyes, tap into it, and you've got it. Okay? So those of you at home, we're inviting you to close your eyes, to tap into this, to receive it on any level that you can. This is not an ordinary service. This is an extraordinary service. And we invite all of us to receive what it is that we're called to receive. As the choir gets up to surround us, I invite each one of us that is receiving today to think of an intent of something that you would like in your own life to experience, to receive, or just merely having no intention at all and letting go, trusting this divine presence. So if you would sit and just feel your feet on the ground, we want to be grounded as we receive this just lovely and luscious energy. Close your eyes or keep them open and focus at some point in the room and enjoy. We're going to be doing this for 15 minutes. And I know that right where you are, the presence of God is.
Be still and know that I am God, and everything that I have has been instilled into you.
Divine grace is my birthright and is your birthright.
You are joy.
Right where you are, God is, and God is good.
You are peace.
There is nowhere that God is not.
You are my delight.
And God said, let there be.
In you I have given all power, and all the things that I do, you will do even greater.
The grace of God is upon us.
Walk and be the truth.
Truth is love in action.
You are my son and my daughter, and in you I am well pleased.
I am whole, and you are whole. There has never been anything missing, wrong, or needing to be fixed in you. The perfection of God lives within.
You are my hands and my feet, and you walk in my light.
I let go of any worry, fear, stress, concern, and allow my body to lean into this field of God's grace and God's good.
Step away from those that are not, and step into those that are.
There is only one power and one presence in this universe, God the good. And today I allow myself to experience it, to see it, and to know it as the truth of my being.
For we know there is a time and a place for everything.
And after God made the heavens and the earth and the animals and the people, God said, "It is good."
I have named everything that is mine.
The love of God is in every single cell in my body temple. And as it's true for me, it's true for each and every person here in this room and online.
Love is patient and is kind and my love for you never wavers.
Right where I am, right where you are, God is. There is no separation.
You are my child, my extension, and to those that be,
And so as our prayer is coming to an end, the choir comes back in order to hold us again in that beautiful energy and song of El Na. And we continue to stay open and receptive to all of the beauty that is being sung to us and through us this day. And so the word grace, its Latin origin is gratus, which means thanksgiving. And so I want to close my talk with talking a bit about gratitude and thanksgiving. Many of us in the room were around in 1995 when there was a pink book that became really popular. It was about this thick, and it was called Simple Abundance. And the author, Sarah Bon Bethna, she ended up on Oprah. And it was the first time that I was aware of a national conversation on gratitude and its power. Since then, or almost immediately after then, do you remember that there was this movement on acts of kindness? It's like that one book came out, and if we ever think that one person can't make a difference, especially when that one person is in a web of consciousness with those of us on the room and online, we are incorrect. One person can have a huge influence on this planet. So Sarah's little book, Simple Abundance, comes out, and we have the conversation about gratitude, and then acts of kindness, small acts of kindness pop up. And it wasn't uncommon to go through a drive-through and have the person in front of you paying for your meal. So it was all this anonymous good that was happening that was just so delightful. Now, 28 years later, we know so much more about the power of gratitude. And what we know from neuroscientists is that when we're in a grateful state, our brain is rewired into a state of joy. So the more gratitude that we practice, the more gratitude that we experience, we know that our brains are being rewired so that we can live on this planet from a place of joy. And then Joe Dispenza, who is really into neuroscience, has actually taught us through his work that gratitude is a creative energy. That where we're in that space of gratitude, that is when we activate the attraction within our being and we attract to us that which we desire to experience. Cardiologists now tell their patients to practice gratitude because it actually has shown now scientifically that it strengthens the heart muscle. I have a therapist friend in Seattle that when she's in between clients who have some really severe childhood traumatic stories, that in between she takes what she calls a bath of gratitude and starts speaking words of gratitude as a form of cleansing her own space to be ready to be of service to someone else. Acts of gratitude have been proven now to improve mental health, to improve physical health, to create stronger social bonds, and to build resistance or resilience. To me, the most important aspect of gratitude is that it doesn't happen in our mind, it happens in our heart. And the more that we're in our heart, the more that we have that life that is spoken of in scriptures and by the mystics and those who have gone before us. So I'm going to leave you with a spiritual practice around gratitude. Melody Beatty, who wrote a whole slew of books around being codependent, came out with a book many years ago called 40 Days to, let's see if I wrote it down. Ugh. I want to say it's 40 Days to Experiencing a Miracle, something along those lines. And what she has you do in this work is to have a partner that you do this with, so you could send emails to them for 40 days, and you write down, you type up what you're grateful for, and you type up what you want. And they don't have to be related to each other. The catch is, you have to be grateful for what is. That's the catch. So if your child drops your cell phone in the bathtub, the practice is to be grateful for what is. And you work it until you find out what you're grateful for. Maybe you're grateful after the phone is dropped in the bathtub that you have an afternoon without having to think about social media or the telephone. So you don't have to say, I'm so grateful my daughter dropped the cell phone into the bathtub, but you find in that experience what it is you're grateful for. She says there's some things that in her life she can't be grateful for. I mean, she had a son who passed, and she said, I just can't say I'm grateful that he's not here. But she says, what I can say is that I'm grateful that I had him for all the years I did. She says, I can say I am grateful that I can feel the feelings of being sad that he's not here. I can say, I am grateful that when I think of him, it brings me joy. So it doesn't have to be the experience that you have that you're grateful for, but it does need to coincide with what is. Byron Katie says that we know God because God is what is. God is what is. If God is all there is, then God is what is. So the homework assignment is find a friend, a spouse, a partner for 40 days, send them a list of gratitude. They don't even have to read it. It's your opportunity to write it, of what you're grateful for, and it has to be related to what is. And then the second part is what you want. And I don't know that we spend enough time talking about the desires of our heart. And we're not asking that they be fulfilled. We're not doing anything with them. We're just stating them out loud. And it's so powerful to be able to say, this is what I really want. And then to watch the magic happen. She says, give it 40 days and start to see the miracles unfold. And I believe that that's true. So let's close together in prayer. What a lovely day to receive. Each one of us had the opportunity to come together today in order to receive the grace and the gratitude of God, to be awake and aware of how blessed we are to be in a community that is a web and a network of the good that exists on the planet. How lovely it is that we come together in order to access that space and that place, and not to be looked at funny for being that space and that place, but instead to be heralded and appreciated. So how good it is that we come to community to give and to receive that which we can only give and receive in a spiritual community. I know that each and every one of us here today is both blessed and a blessing. And I know that as we go forth this week for Thanksgiving, that our Thanksgiving is filled with the goodness and the glory of God, and there will be a lot to be grateful for. And so it is. Amen. All right, if you could just turn to somebody next to you and just give them a good look that says, through your eyes without saying a word, I'm so glad you're here. Let your eyes speak. And we are going to go right into my favorite time, which is giving. And it is my favorite time. I love to give. I gave as I walked in the door. It is my favorite. If you are a regular giver and you had an opportunity to pick this card up, please put it in the basket when it comes around. If not, next time you're here, please do it, because it's a great opportunity for us to remember our giving nature. And for those of you online, I want to thank you in advance for your giving. You can text your gift to 509-215-2552, or you can send a check and a love note to this community at Unity Spiritual Center, Spokane, 2900 South Barnard with an E, and that's Spokane, Washington, 99203. And of course, there's a giving place on the website. So with your gift in hand, or your faux gift, or your energetic gift, please place your hand over your heart, and we're going to repeat our blessing prayer. I know that my giving blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I give and receive. I give thanks for the abundance that is mine to share. And is Murphy here? Murphy prayed us in this morning, and it was so beautiful. I'm going to ask her to come up and bless the money, if you don't mind. So Murphy is new back to the community. She left for a while and she returned. And she sent me an email many Sundays back that said that she missed being here with everyone and it felt good to miss. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Murphy.
You got this. Just close your eyes with me. Feel the love, feel the blessing that we have been given and that we just gave. We are so blessed to be here. The money that we received today, the energy that we received today, the love that we have received today will go out into our community, to our neighborhood. It will travel so far beyond what we're even aware of. I give thanks for this. I appreciate this. I am so grateful to be here. As we say together, and so it is.
And so it is. Woohoo! Thank you, Murphy.
Wow. That's what's foremost in my mind right now, this whole experience. Thank you, everyone, for being part of it.
This is my favorite part of the script.
Can you hear me? There we go. I hope it's your favorite part too. Unity stands for peace in the presence of conflict, for love in the presence of hatred, for forgiveness in the presence of injury. Unity honors the many names for God, the many paths to God, for we know there is only one power, one presence, and one life. So, whoever you are and wherever you are on your own individual spiritual path, you're welcome here. And isn't that lovely? You are so welcome here. If there is someone here for the first time and you feel comfortable raising your hand, let me tell you what you get if you raise it. You will get a free coffee beverage from our barista stand. Is there anyone here who is here for the first time? I knew there were some. Welcome to you, all you new people, and welcome, of course, to everyone and those who are newly watching us online. We encourage you to sign up for our e-news that comes out every Wednesday morning to learn about our upcoming transformational speakers, workshops, and events. There is so much going on here. I love that. And you can sign up by scanning the QR code. It's posted around the center. You know, you take your phone and it will automatically do its magic. I speak as if I've done it for 20 years. That's not true. I learned it within the last couple of years. And of course, we're on all the social media sites like Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We're hip. We're just plain old hip. You just search for Unity Spiritual Center Spokane, USC Spokane. So now is a time where we get to acknowledge and bless one another. If you're comfortable with a hug, if you're not comfortable, we still have people who wear masks. I think I took mine off 2 weeks ago. Acknowledge each other with a namaste, a high five, whatever. You have 1 minute, and then we'll bring you back. So go for it.
Dinner time. I love it. We just have just a tiny few announcements, which is great. I mean, it's not great, but it's already 11:05, so news you can use. First off, we had some amazing sound healing sounds, and you know who those came from? Yes. Amy Felt, please stand up. Let's give her a round of applause. Which leads to our first announcement. We are having a sound healing on December 3rd. Doug, can we see the slide? Because I actually forgot what's on there. Okay, bringing in the light crystal alchemy sound bath. Amy Felt will be doing that for us on Saturday, December 3rd at 3 p.m. right here, Unity Spiritual Center, Spokane. It's only $25. So if you are interested, then please sign up through our e-news or through the calendar. Guess what? There's already 10 people signed up, including myself. And we have a maximum of 25. So there's only 15 spots left. So if you are interested, you want to do that soon. You can do that through e-news, through the calendar, or if you want to sign up today, you can ask me or Deanna. We can help you. Okay? So do that as soon as you can. Guess what, everybody? We have something weird's happening with the listserv. Yahoo.com and AOL.com email addresses are not receiving our e-news. Boo. This makes me very upset. I don't know what's going on. It does a soft bounce, it says. If you have Yahoo or AOL, will you raise your hand? I just want to see how many that's affecting. Okay. A few. So I'm sorry that you're not receiving those. I think what we're going to do is have to do a separate email for you guys that just forwards the e-news every week. I'm not sure how else to solve that problem, but please know that we want you to receive those, so we'll do what we can to get those to you. And if you do have questions, please see me after services, and I can hopefully answer them. Now we have a board update with Joan Breckling. Come on up.
Oh, good morning. What a day this is. So I have lots of news for you. One of the things, we're going to begin and end with abundance, as this is also a time of Thanksgiving, and so we have a lot to be thankful for. The first thing is that we are looking for 3 or 4 governing members who would be willing to serve as abundance stewards. We're returning to our pre-pandemic practices of counting the love offering after service, and so we have a board member and a non-board governing member do that each week, and you do it once a month. So please see me after the service, or you can email Deanna or myself if you're interested in doing that, and it's very much appreciated. Several facilities announcements. We have a new snowplow contractor, so you can look forward to a well-plowed parking lot, and so the next time it snows, they will be on duty. Another very exciting thing is that the atrium windows, this is the atrium right outside of here, and all of those windows are being replaced with insulated glass. It's going to make our space so much warmer, and this is all thanks to a donation from Karen Dunmore. So thank you, Karen. And so that, I understand, unless somebody here can correct me, I think it's starting this coming week for the next 3 days, and then, what was that? Tomorrow. Yeah, it starts tomorrow. So there won't be a lot of staff around church that are going to work from home to stay warm. Finally, we've had some questions and wonderings about our bookstore. We were flooded a few months ago, and we've had some delays in trying to get it up and running again for a number of reasons. But we are really holding our intention of creating a very inviting space for our bookstore and our gift shop. On the left side, as you're looking at that space, on the right side, we're holding the vision for that becoming a small art gallery, starting off with our artists in our own congregation, and then other local artists. So if you're interested in helping with that aspect of organizing artists, that kind of thing, please let Deanna know. And then, in the meantime, we're going to be using that right side as kind of an interim temporary bookstore. So be watching for some new things coming. One of the factors that is affecting the progress on the bookstore is that Deanna has been serving as our interim administrator for last year at least, and that position was created and was really created to last until a month or so into when we had a new minister come. So the board has made the decision and offered and been accepted that Deanna is going to become our permanent administrator. No, you don't have to talk. But you can if you want to. And we are also necessarily increasing her hours to 30 hours a week because there's no way with all the additional activity in the center that she can stay sane and do this job without some more hours. So thank you so much, Diane.
You have one job.
One job. Yeah. So she is resigning from her job with Girl Scouts and is going to be just with us. So thank you.
Not until mid-December, though, so don't think I'm going to be here all the time yet.
Yeah, so don't start calling her yet. And finally, finances. So we're moving into a really exciting new phase of our entire ministry. And we are I'm inviting you and myself to evaluate our level of financial ownership in this amazing organization. With increased staffing, it goes without saying that our monthly expenses are increasing significantly. The board has moved forward in faith, knowing that we are supported by the universe and by everybody who's moved to do so, to support us in our mission of transforming lives and inspiring people to make a positive difference in the world. And we're really deeply grateful in this time of Thanksgiving to each and every one of you who have given and are giving in any amount to support this mission as we expand our impact in the world. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Can you hear the children? Okay, so I'm going to zip really fast because there's a little section about our chaplains, and they are so important. Our two chaplains today are Murphy, who gave a prayer, and Cheryl, who did the intro prayer. They will be up here in the front to assist you if anyone needs a prayer for something that's heavy on your heart or even something you want to celebrate. And so we also have in the seat pocket in front of you prayer request forms. Prayer is just one of the foundational things of this ministry. If you have something you would like to write down and have it be prayed over by the people here on our prayer team and then sent to Silent Unity for even more divine prayer, go ahead and fill that out and put that in the little boxes that they're in the entryway that you can put them in a little slot. Of course, everything is held very confidentially. Now it's time for the children. What a beautiful group of children and youth we have, as well as our youth service providers. So let's all get our hands warmed up and give our blessing. Be the love you are. Sing the song you hear. Share your joy of life with people far and near. And then the same for ourselves. Be the love we are, sing the song we hear, share our joy of life with people far and near. And
Real quick, guess what, everybody? Today's birthday Sunday. So if anybody's on the stage and they have a birthday in November, can you stand up? Michelle. Rosie. Oh, wow, Julie. Okay, and in the audience, if you have a birthday in November, stand up. Reverend Bonnie is Thanksgiving Day. Wow, look at all the Novembers.
take it away, Greg.
Oh, no, stay standing. Gotta sing.
Rosie, stand up.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, we love you. Happy birthday, and may all your dreams come true. When you blow out the candles, one light stays aglow. It's the love light in your eyes wherever you go. And children, it's time for you, please, to go back to the people you came with. And lastly, we will all join in our prayer for protection. And, of course, end with the peace song. So please now stand if you are able. And together we affirm, the light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And that's the truth.